Hey guys, how's it going? So I was watching a minus leaded live. Since I saw a really interesting clip about cancer, about how this guy treated his cancer, I thought maybe I shared a little bit, and just the fact that he said that he had cancer and he actually cured his cancer. If you want to watch the rest of the video, you should go to minus leaded live and check it out. It's a pretty interesting video. So there's a lot of interesting videos in here, but I'm not, I don't want to get another copyright strike, so I'm not gonna copy everything. I'm just gonna take what I thought was super interesting and share it with you guys, and then you guys can watch the rest yourself.
I think that sounds very interesting.
Yeah, it is. Well, I mean,
there's a real scientific bent here, isn't there?
Oh yeah. So for Ed's sake, there, Justin, why don't you tell him why you're growing these different types of marijuana? What are you doing with them?
Ed, I'm trying to heal people globally, and right now we're starting in the state of California since it's legal here. And 4 years ago, I was diagnosed with late stage 4 cancer, and the doctors gave me 1 month to live. That night, I learned how to make cannabis oil, and I've been taking it and making it ever since. Within 6 months, all my cancer died. And now I'm making that same oil for other people, as well as other products such as skin creams, dog treats, just a wide range of products for people to help them and their pets heal.
He had cancer and he used cannabis to cure it, and all the cancer cells died. That's amazing. I had to share that a little bit. Next up is I'm talking about AMD. This is a video on the CEO of AMD. It's just recent. It's a really good interview. You should. I'm gonna play it and maybe talk a little bit about the video.
Being with us. So $1.76 billion, up 53% year to year, and now we're talking about Ryzen Mobile. This chip is doing really well for you guys, and I'm wondering, how did the desktop success, the launch of that, set up for the notebook chip? Should we expect the same trajectory, or is there a little extra juice behind it now?
Yeah, so John, first of all, it's great to be here. Thanks for having me this morning. And I would say it's been a good start to 2018. So our focus has all been about new products and how we bring new products to market. And the Ryzen product line has actually done really, really well. So we started with desktops and did really well with the desktop products. And now with Ryzen notebooks, we had over 25 new notebooks launch here in the second quarter, and it's right ahead of the big season for notebooks in back to school and holiday. So yeah, I'm very optimistic about what we can do in the notebook business. And overall, PCs are actually a little bit stronger than people expected, and so that's also some good momentum in the market. So we're pretty pleased with how Ryzen is doing.
So tell me how you're thinking about demand and the possibilities, both on the consumer side with back to school and holiday coming up. What kind of marketing muscle is going to be put behind the AMD notebooks? What kind of shelf space? And then the commercial side, what's driving that? Is it this enterprise shift toward Windows 10?
Yeah, so we really believe that consumers want good value and good technology, and so with Ryzen we're providing really good sort of technology for the notebook form factor. And as we see it, we have really good relationships with our key OEM partners, given the number of platforms that are out there. But we also are building awareness with the consumer, and so in that sense, with back to school and holiday, you're going to see a lot more Ryzen and Radeon marketing, going after that. And then, as you said, commercial is actually doing very well as well. When you think about the refresh of Windows, and commercial buyers tend to take a little bit more time to make their decisions. But we believe this is a multi-quarter growth story for us in the Ryzen space.
I want to ask about China. You've got this joint venture with Hygon server processors that observers are saying are pretty much the same as what you get from AMD. If you're writing software to it, you can write it the same as you would from AMD. Are these trade tensions now with China making it more difficult to maintain a relationship like that, or are they making that pre-existing relationship more valuable for AMD?
You know, we really looked at this very strategically. When we think about, how important processing technology is globally, we wanted to build a strong relationship in China, as in the rest of the world. And our Hygon JV is one of those cases where it's a win-win. We are absolutely looking at it as a way to grow our market. Clearly we have to watch, some of the current developments that are going on between the U.S. and China. But we view it, very much as part of, how do we balance both market share growth in China, which is important, and also protecting our IP, which is also incredibly important for where we are.
Let's talk about the revenue guide, which was light from what some analysts were expecting. How much of that was because some revenue came in earlier than expected? You had a strong quarter. How much of it was because of this blockchain stuff? That business has slowed down a bit as Bitcoin's price, Ethereum's price has been a little bit soft, but it's coming back.
Yeah, so look, when I take a step back and I look at our growth story at AMD, our annual guidance is for mid-20s% revenue growth. And if you look at the first half of 2018, we grew revenue over $1 billion. So we had a very strong first half. There is some timing related things relative to when revenue comes in. And sure, blockchain was a bit lower here in the second quarter, and we project it to be lower in the second half of the year. But the strength of the AMD story is all around our new products. I mean, extremely excited about Ryzen, we just talked about. And frankly, the data center is a great, great market for us. And we see it as just the beginning of actually a multi-year growth path for us.
I think about AMD, I think about the competition with Intel. And sometimes you guys have strong products right at a time when Intel's stumbling. It happened in the past, it seems to be happening again. How much advantage have you been able to get out of the Spectre and Meltdown issues at the beginning of this year? Were commercial customers saying, well, maybe we don't want to have so many eggs in the Intel basket? And how much of that might swing back the other way if the sleeping giant starts to wake up?
Well, I think the most important thing in technology is really to have, a long-term roadmap over multiple generations. And for us, we have been about high-performance computing. And, really, we've set out a multiple generation roadmap with our Zen 1 processors that are currently in market. And then we have our next generation Zen 2 processors that are in 7 nanometer that are coming to market in 2019. And so we really believe that we've made some great technology decisions, and those are going to play out over the next, couple of years. So, we absolutely consider the competition to be tough, but we also believe that our roadmap is really strong, and so I'm looking forward to that competition.
You're counting on Intel recovering and their process technology issues?
Well, we always believe that we have to count on the competitor being good and us being better. So.
All right. Lisa, thanks.
Thank you, John.
How confident she sounds. Like, listening to people talk, listening to the interviews, it really shows like where the company's heading. Like, to me, it sounds like she clearly has a strategy. She clearly sees the company growing and recovering. So that's a metric I take versus just numbers. Sometimes you have to follow the CEOs and the executives and see how they talk, see how they sound. Like Cam Batley, he sounds like extremely confident his company will do well. So now I want to bring you guys to servers. If you notice that servers market, basically how much money is to be made in the server market is $20.7 billion per year. So there's a lot of money to be made in the server market. This was in the fourth quarter of 2017, but every year it's been increasing year over year. And right now, AMD really has a 0.1%, but in Q4 is when they're gonna really start ramping up those server products, because they've been approved by both the manufacturer, by the customer, and some testing. So it's been approved, and now the Q4 is going to be the big quarter when they ramp. Let's say if AMD even takes 25%, that's a $5 billion extra to AMD's like quarter report. But then again, it might not happen. But I'm confident because like Intel's having problems right now. AMD is like really kicking butt with the Zen architecture, and the fact that the partners like Global Foundries and TSMC has a better process than Intel. So they have an advantage over Intel, even though Intel has billions of dollars. They have an advantage to really take server market share because of the new product they're coming out soon, the Epic 2, where they have like 48 cores and like ridiculous amount of threads. I can't remember exactly how many cores it has, but it has a lot of cores in one chip, and it's manufactured under the 7nm process, and it can, and all the like customers have to do is swap the old chip with the new chip, and then they have a brand new like a better technology computer server. I don't know. Yeah, this video has probably been pretty bad, but I'm not gonna end it because we're almost there. Now I guess I'm gonna share a few things with you guys. So right today I bought two stocks. I bought in T-God and I bought in Namaste at 130 and T-God at 548. So like I told you guys I would tell you. And then the second thing I want to share is how many shares I have with Aurora. This is all my shares. So if you add up the numbers, I'll add the number with you right here. Plus 28,000 plus 48,500 plus 11 plus 27 plus 12 equals 162,650. This is my ACBFF, which is US. I didn't want to switch my US to Canadian, so I just bought ACBFF. Yeah, because I sold my AMD, right? So yeah, just letting you guys know. So 162,650 shares. If you times that by the current price, which is $685, it's $1.11 million just from Aurora shares. This is not including my entire portfolio of other stocks too. So, and my cash. So yeah, I have a decent amount of money. Let's see. So today Aurora ended off at 685. I honestly believe that's a buying opportunity. Maybe because of the Metroleaf merger, it's kind of like going down right now. That might be a reason. People are waiting until Metroleaf delist and then start buying back into the company. At least it's just my opinion. I could be totally wrong. Let's see what happens. Namaste gave me a 4 cents pop, so that's good. And oh, I guess I could tell you a story today. My friend phoned me this morning and he was like, should I sell AMD? Should I sell AMD? I told him no. I think AMD could be like $30 in 2019. Because if you look at the market cap, right, it's only $17.94 billion. And then if you look like at Intel's market cap, right, it's $241 billion. So and so AMD, if they capture a decent amount of market share on server, they capture a decent market share on laptops, they can easily see their revenue double from 1.7 to maybe $3 to $4 billion. especially if like they really attack the server market, which I predict will happen. I believe that AMD will really give Intel the run for the money, and AMD's not going to get as much money from each processor they sell to like a customer. But the thing is, it's cheaper for them to make their processors than Intel, and so it kind of makes the difference. So they charge a cheaper product, but it's cheaper for them to make that product, while Intel is a little bit more expensive and they charge a more money for the product. So and the comparison between the product, AMD has a slight edge over Intel's products right now. At least this is according to some tests. Certain tests Intel's better, certain tests AMD's better, but Intel and AMD are still kind of neck on neck when it comes to processor technology. And this is a good sign because Intel doesn't really have a big lead like they used to with AMD. Now AMD actually has a fighting chance, and for them to be a $18 billion company, and they're starting to compete against Intel, I think they deserve a better market cap than 18. I think it should be like a $30 billion market cap. This is just my opinion. I'm very bullish on AMD. I wish I didn't sell all my AMD stock, but I did. So I could buy back in, but I kind of be destroying my philosophy, chasing a stock, and I don't want to do that. So if it dips back down to 16 bucks, then maybe I'll pick up some. But right now I'm not picking it up because I would be destroying my principle, which is chasing a stock, and I'm not going to do that. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, just give me a thumbs up. If you dislike this video, please give me a thumbs down. Subscribe for future updates, and have a great day. Bye.